channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video, yes, finally, this is what we've been waiting on, we think. 2021 ZX10R on the dyno. This is my old bike. So for those of you who are OG subscribers to the channel, you know I bought a 2021 ZX10 as soon as it came out, put a Brock's Performance exhaust to it, did a few modifications. We couldn't flash the ECU, I couldn't do anything with it. I had a guy call, want to buy it. Well, this is the guy. He bought it, he's having fun with it, but like I said, the time has come. Brentune has came out with a ECU Flash equipment to go in and flash these things. We're gonna try it out, see what kind of power this thing is gonna gain, and see what we can get out of this thing. Currently, we are about to run it in stock form, in other words, the way it came in. Then we're gonna hook our BT Moto Flash equipment up to it, follow the instructions, do what it says to do, and see what kind of horsepower gains we get out of it. Stay with us, guys, this is gonna be fun. Alright guys, baseline pull coming up. This is with my unrestricted mod. Let's see how this performs. Remember, this is not a flashed ECU. This is a modification that we did to my personal bike to trick the ECU in order to make more horsepower. Let's see how she does. Alright guys, so while Mike is hooking up the BT Moto handheld flash tuner, he's doing that. I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna talk about the ECU, or what's going on itself. So you can see this thing, the power curve down low from unrestricted to our little trick we did was only basically minimal to no gain, okay? But you see where we make the difference at is where the throttle plates close off here. We are able to keep the throttle plates open and gain huge horsepower. So we can go out here to where the bike made 190 horsepower, made 131 horsepower there. That's pretty solid gain, 60 horsepower. But you can see the air fuel ratio still falls off rich. So we know there are big gains to be had. Hopefully BT Moto has got what we need. We're gonna find this out here in just a second. Keep in mind, Woolits Racing, that's the software stuff that we use. We will have that available here within the next couple months. And hopefully we will be able to fine tune these things ourselves. So you can see here, Mike is following the prompts, basically turning the key on, turning the key off, pushing the button, blah, blah, blah. It's just a little series of things you have to click and do as it's doing it. As you can see currently now, it says ECU programming. And not sure how long this will take, but it may take up to a couple minutes. So 10, 12 minutes. 10 to 12 minutes is what Mike says. So we're flashing this thing. We got the battery charger on. That way the battery doesn't run dead as we leave the key on for 10 minutes. That's very important. But you can see it's going through the process now. Looks like we're at about 1, 2, 3%. Let's see what this thing comes up with here in just a second, guys. All right, guys, the flash is done. This could be what we've all been waiting for. Let's see what this ZX10 is all about. Well, for one, let's see if it even starts still. Hopefully it does. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, we in there, boys. Flashed ECU, part 1. We'll see you next time, guys. Next video we'll have the... I'm just kidding, I saw you. You were fixing to click the thumbs down. I saw you. Uh-oh. So I got 3 pulls pulled up on the screen here. We ran all these back to back to back, however long it took to flash it. That's how long the intervals were in between. There's the time frames for all the runs we did, and here are the results we have. Now the first pull, pull number 6, that was our best pull with a 100% bone stock ECU, no tricks, no nothing. just what the bike makes is what it makes. That was 181 horsepower. That's the green line here. We'll make that dark. You can see it's basically the worst everywhere except for at 60 miles per hour. That's just a tiny bit. But anyways, you can see it's worse pretty much everywhere. Even where it's the same, then it falls off crazy hard and crazy fast. You can actually audibly hear the bike. Ow! I mean, you can hear it toned down. Anyways, Magic Mike figured out the way to trick the ECU. Back 6 months ago when I first got this thing, we ended up with 191.68 horsepower. I think in one of our previous videos it made 192 or 193. Either way, today made 191.68, and that was the blue line. So you can see with the blue line, horsepower is pretty much the same as the green line coming up through the curve. And then when it got up here, boom, right on par with the Brentune Flash. And then it fell off earlier because we didn't have any kind of extended rev limiter or anything like that. Now, with the red tune here, that is the Brentune Flashed ECU. You can see 7,000 or 8,000 RPMs. We do have pretty decent gains here. We went from 84 horsepower to 95 horsepower, 10, 11 horsepower gain. That's really good in the low and mid range. Then it hovers around about a 2 to 3, 4 horsepower gain, around 11 or that's probably about 10,000 RPMs. And then you can see here in the high RPMs with the extended rev limiter, it keeps pulling a little farther than our little ECU trick, in other words. This was able to extend it a little better, but you can see, let's go ahead and take off all the other runs except for the air fuel ratio and on the Brentune Flash. You can see here they've definitely got some perfecting to do. We dipped down in the 11.4, 11.5 range. It holds there. Then it comes up to about 12.9, which is about where we want. And then you can see it goes back in the 11s again. Pretty much everywhere you see these big air fuel dips, you see horsepower dips as well. So you see air fuel dip here, horsepower dip there. Air fuel dip here, horsepower dip there. Air fuel goes a little lean here, horsepower falls off there. Horsepower goes crazy, or air fuel goes crazy lean here, horsepower falls off there. So could use some perfecting. I don't know what exhaust they built this tune for. I'm sure it wasn't a Brock's Performance exhaust because they don't technically make a Brock's Performance exhaust for a Gen 6. This was a prototype that I got for myself that Brock made for me, and he has not got it into production yet. So I'm sure there could be some fine tuning and some tweaking, but the customer and myself wanted to share, I guess you would say, the results that we found. Now, we haven't contacted Brentune to see if they can correct any of the air fuels. I'm sure they probably can. This is just the system out of the box, how it comes from the factory. Just wanted to kind of share with you, show you what it means. Horsepower wise, overall, I think we could get a little better once we get a little more correction. Plus, I don't know what kind of ignition timing is in it and whatnot. Like I said, currently, Woolitz Racing does not make the software. I have no abilities to get in this ECU and make some adjustments. I'm just sharing with you what options are out there now, and that is the BT Moto handheld flash. Now, I'm hoping Woolitz Racing has our stuff available here within the next 2 to 3 months. That's springtime for those of you who may be seeing this video. Spring 2022, hopefully we're able to flash it ourselves. That's gonna do it for today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We do dyno projects like this all the time. I know here lately I've had a lot going on. Haven't had a chance to be out here with Mike in the dyno room, but we're gonna try to get you some more videos coming here in the winter months to keep you entertained. If you have your bike and you're wanting to get it on the dyno yourself to make more improvements, more horsepower, or just get it dialed in and running the way it's supposed to, hit me up, mooremafia.com. We can schedule that, make it happen. You drive down, we do it all in one day and send you back home the same day with an appointment. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Check us out, mooremafia.com. See you next time. Smash the like button. Bye-bye.